Record like that. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. My name is Noel A. Booker. I'm with Business Credit Builder.us. And what we do at Business Credit Builder is we help entrepreneurs build their business credit and access loans, trade lines, and funding for their business. And it's a simple process. Anybody could do it. Just most people don't know how to do it. And building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step, and there's no skipping steps. Okay? All right. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. I want to thank everybody that's going to log in from their social media. We usually upload these videos to YouTube, and you have access to them through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So if y'all are on any of those, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. All right. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Now you should be able to see my screen. Okay. And I see everything I need to see. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to build business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social and easily obtain credit lines and business loans. Okay. Here goes my contact information. You should be able to see. Hey, Peach, let me see what that looks like. Okay. You see my contact information, my name, the business website, telephone, and my email. And there's 3 buttons at the bottom, which you will see throughout the presentation and at the end of the presentation. The first button is how you can get a free business credit consultation. That's for, okay, that's for if you want to know more about the services I provide. Okay, now this class is, even though I sell business credit services, this class is not like a sales class because you're going to actually learn how to build business credit. And you can do it without me, okay? In most sales classes, they give you just enough information to buy the product. But when you get finished with this class, you'll be able to do this yourself without me, okay? All right. The next button down here is how you can get a free guide, how to build business credit. All right, you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. And if you think you might be able to get approved for any of the funding that I discussed today, then you would go to /get funding, right? And you know already the website is businesscreditbuilder.us. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to talk about a little bit about myself. I'm from New York. I went to Morehouse College. I graduated. I studied accounting. When I graduated, my first job was with the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. And my first job, I was doing general ledger accounting. And I worked there for a few years. And then after a while, they laid me off. Then I got me another job, and then they laid me off. But I've always been entrepreneurial, and I started a company called MediaNet USA. And MediaNet USA provides bookkeeping and accounting services for small business. We also do websites for small business. And now I talk about business credit. And how I got to talk about business credit is I have a client named Jay. Jay has a freight company. So I'm working accounting at Jay's freight company. And I'm also doing websites for Jay, for his companies and his clients' companies. Okay. So I noticed that every time I did a website, $250,000 hit the bank. So me needing some money, I said, yo, Jay, I need to make some money. Can you find something for me to do? He said, this is what you do. Find a company and we're going to do a deal with this company and you can make some money on the deal. I said, okay, Jay, let's run it. So I found my buddy named Philly Phil. Philly Phil has a company that he was just sitting on this company. He wasn't doing anything with the company. I told him what I was seeing. He said, okay, let's try it. Don't have nothing to lose. Let's do it, right? So I made the website up for Philly Phil's company. On the contact page, I put the information correctly, like it's supposed to be done, like I knew how to do because I did it before for Jay's other companies, right? 6 months later, we walked into Chrysler with a $250,000 credit line. We walked out of there with 4 brand new vans that we run on Amazon now. So I know business credit works. I've seen it work, and now I do it myself. I build it up for my clients. But Jay never taught me this stuff, so I had to do some research at that time because I didn't know how he was doing this, right? We got that $250,000 credit line with no personal guarantee. 4 brand new vans. Who does that? Don't try to figure out how he did that because he didn't tell me, right? So I found out from a company called the Business Finance Suite that provides business credit building services and gives you access to the loans, credit lines, credit cards, all type of stuff directly. Okay, so me, I'm like a franchise, like McDonald's, right? They show them how to make the hamburgers. They show me how to get out here. They taught me business credit. They showed me how to get out here and show you how to do it, right? Okay, so with that being said, what we will cover today, how you can get business credit within 7 days or less that's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you are a startup or you have bad personal credit now, okay? Then immediately start using it to get, got somebody coming in, hold on. Okay, then immediately start getting the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. How you can access loans, even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. Okay, welcome to everybody that came in the room. Most people try to get money from the bank when they need money. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths. Okay? This seminar is for you if you are looking for money to start or grow a business, or you want to build credit that's not linked to your social. Then this seminar is for you. Okay, let's get started. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. All right? With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number, not linked to your social. Okay? This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. Okay? It's 2 separate things from your social. All right? There's personal credit and there's business credit. 2 separate things. And they do not intertwine unless you let it. And when you give them your social, then that's when you let it. All right. The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Okay. Why business credit is awesome. Business credit has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is needed to build business credit. Business credit building is fast. Anyone can see your business credit reports. With business credit, you have greater borrowing ability. No collateral, cash flow, or good credit is needed. And with business credit, you can access loans and credit lines. Okay? Now, every successful business in America has business credit. All right? Every successful business in America has business credit. Welcome to everybody coming into the room. Okay. This is how business is done. Business is done with business credit. All right, I'm gonna show you how. What you see now is what anybody can see for free. All right, they can see this for free. You would go to a place on the Experian website, and there's a place where you can put your business name and address in, or anybody's business name and address, and you can get this information for free. Okay. This is for Facebook. They're in Menlo Park, California. And the part that I want to bring to your attention is the trade lines. You see that? They got 40 trade lines. Okay. And so the trade lines is the basis for building your business credit. Okay. And what a trade line is, I'm just going to go over what a trade line is, just so we're on the same page. You know what I mean? So we're on the same page, because I don't want you to even go forward without knowing what a trade line is. Okay. So a trade line is when you get a credit account with a vendor, right? They allow you to buy things on credit. So let's say you went and bought something. Now you got the item and you have not paid for the item, right? So next is to pay for the item. So when you pay for this item, what happens is this. You pay for this item, and that company that gave you credit, they send a report to the business credit reporting agencies. The report says, XYZ company has an account with us, and they have this amount of limit with us. They made a purchase, and they paid it off in X amount of days, right? So they send that report to the business credit reporting agencies, and the business credit reporting agencies put it on your business credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Are there any questions about what a trade line is? You can ask in the chat box, or you can open up your mic. All right. But I wanted to make sure everybody understands what a trade line is before we go forward, because this is like the basis of building up business credit, having your trade lines. Okay. So no questions. So we're going to move forward. Okay. This is Microsoft Corporation. They're in Redmond, Washington. Okay. And they have 131 trade lines. Next, we have Walmart, which is in Bentonville, Arkansas. Bentonville, Arkansas. All right. Now, with Walmart, 80% of all the money that Walmart takes in comes from business credit. Okay. So they'll go to Bounty. Bounty, they'll say, hey, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper. And The owner of Walmart, he don't go in his pocket. He don't tell the accounting department to cut a check. The toilet paper just shows up at the store. They put it on the shelf. We go in there and buy it. And then with our money that we bought the toilet paper, they go pay the bill. And Bounty says, hey, you did that good. Here's 5 truckloads of toilet paper. Okay? And Walmart does that 513 times over and over again. See, this is how business credit is done. Business is done with business credit. Okay? At the big corporate level and at the small business level. At the corner store, when the bread comes in, right? They don't write a check. They're not going in the register. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out, all right? This is how business is done with business credit, okay? How we can help. The Business Finance Suite, Business Credit Builder. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. Okay, let's get down to business. Make sure y'all know that y'all can take notes. I'm gonna go pretty fast, all right? There'll be intervals where you can ask questions. You can type them in the chat box, or you can open up your mic, all right? How do you build business credit? Okay. First of all, fundability. As a business owner, you may be beginning to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? The ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make the determination? Okay, so you see, you have to appear to look like you can pay a bill. You might not be able to pay a bill, but you have to look like, you gotta look like you can pay a bill, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to do that. How does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are a high risk? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt? Okay? Lenders are in it for the money. They just want to know if you can pay the bill. And they're going to determine that from the information that you give them on your application. Okay? How does a business get fundable? How does a business become fundable? To start, you have to make sure the business is set up properly. A great business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. A potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable, okay? Many loan applications are denied approval due to fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up or threw up a red flag. Maybe the addresses or the phone numbers didn't match up on a couple of the reports, and it just doesn't look professional, okay? If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, you can shut down any such red flags before they cause you problems. Okay, the foundation of of fundability is in how your business is set up. You have to set up your business properly. It has to be set up to appear to be a fundable entity separate from you, the owner. And this is what the lenders are looking at. And you need to know what they are thinking before you fill out the application. Okay? If you know what they're thinking, then it's better when you fill out that application. You know what to put on the application. Okay? You have to have a business name, a business address, a business phone, a EIN number, a DUNS number, a website, a business email. See, all of these things you need to have, including a business bank account. Okay? Contact information. You got to have a business phone number. Now, this is crucial. This is crucial right here. The business phone number has to be a local telephone number that is listed with the 411 National Directory. The fax number is not that important, but if you have that local number listed, which is definitely necessary, okay, the fax number is not so necessary, but if you got that local number and you got a fax number and you got a toll-free number, now you're looking like you can pay this bill, okay? What is the DUNS number? I see that question. We're gonna get to that, all right? We're gonna cover that shortly, all right? Okay, and that's a good question too. That's a good question. Okay, a business address. You must have a business address. There are 3 options for selecting your business address. The first option is to have a brick and mortar, a storefront, but not everybody can afford that, right? You can't afford that all the time, right? So the second option is to have a virtual address. In every city and all over the world, there are virtual office companies that will provide you a business address for as low as $50 a month, okay? And the third option for selecting your business address, and the last resort, is your home address. And the reason why I say it's the last resort is because most businesses and lenders do not consider home-based businesses as being credible. But today, and now in today's time, they are thinking, well, some home-based businesses can pay the bill, because that's all they want to know, if they can pay the bill. Okay. So the home address, they think of it like this. They're trying to see if it makes sense. Okay. Like, for instance, if you're a hairstylist, well, maybe you might be able to pay the bill doing hair at the crib. All right. But let's say you're a trucking company. Well, maybe it's not logical for you to have all these trucks at the house. Okay. That's why the home-based business is the last option. There's no more options. There's one more note I want to give you, is that on your Dun & Bradstreet credit report, there is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So they know where you are, okay? They're looking right at it, all right? All right. Okay, so this is my go-to for getting your local telephone number, okay? Any of these companies will give you a local number and list it to the National 411 directory, Freedom Voice, Ring Central, or Vonage. But my go-to is Freedom Voice, because Freedom Voice will give you a local number for $9.99 per month, and they will list it for $3 a month, okay? So I figured that I gotta at least spend $13 a month for this local business telephone number. And you cannot use your home telephone number and you cannot use a cell phone number as your main business telephone number. The reason why is because on the application, when you got the telephone number field in there, what they are doing is pulling up a database of all home telephone numbers and all cell phone numbers. And you cannot use any of those as your main business telephone number, okay? For a matter of fact, on the address, you cannot use a P.O. box or a UPS address as your main business address for the same reason. On the application, in the address field, what they're doing is pulling up a database of all P.O. boxes and all UPS addresses. And if you match up to that list, they can deny you, and they do not have to tell you why. All right. So there's a link on the website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you can there's a link to Freedom Voice. All right. Okay. This is my go-to for virtual address. Da Vinci Virtual Office Solutions. They'll give you a local address for $50 per month. Okay. And there's explicit instructions on how to order this product. There's a telephone number to call, there's a person to ask for, and there is specific verbiage on how to order this product. All right. So go to the website and check that verbiage out and how to do it. All right. Don't do it online. Call up the person that's listed on the website. All right. That's how you do it. All right. And make sure your address is right if you don't want to use your home address and do not have a brick and mortar. Okay. What is fundability? An EIN number. Okay. I'm not going to talk much about an EIN number unless there's somebody in here that just does not know what an EIN number is, but it's also called your tax ID. All right. And I'm just going to tell you what you need to know about it. All right. There's two things you need to know about the EIN number. The first thing you need to know is that you need it to build business credit. You cannot build business credit without an EIN number. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number, also known as the Taxpayer ID. Okay? The second thing you need to know is it's free. So don't pay for it. All right? You go to irs.gov. It takes you about 15 minutes to get it, and they give it to you right away, just like that. All right? What is fundability? Incorporation. Okay? This is important because it lends credence to your business as one that is legitimate. Okay? Lenders of credit want to know that you're a legitimate business. And this is one of the ways that they can determine that. You need to incorporate. You go to the Secretary of State in the state that you reside in, and you register your business name. Okay? In Georgia, it costs $100. In New York, it costs about $250. And in California, it costs about $800. So every state has their own process and their own way to do this. Okay? You just go to the Secretary of State for the state that you are in. Okay? And when you register your name, they will ask you to select an entity. Okay? Now, what you need to know about the entity is this. In order to separate your personal liability from your business liability, you must choose an LLC or a corporation. An LLC is what they call a limited liability corporation. Okay? So if you choose proprietorship or a partnership, then you are personally liable for whatever happens. Okay? Alicia has a question. Is LLC better than other types? Should you also get both? Well, when you choose an entity for the business name that you have, you can only choose one entity, right? And a tax professional or an accountant will give you a better answer, right? Because I talk about business credit in this scenario, but this is something that's useful here. I can tell you, all right? Is that with an LLC, when you file your taxes, you file it with your 1040. There's a Schedule C that will put on your Schedule C, it has the revenue from your business, the expenses for your business, and your profit. And then you put that's on the Schedule C, and that carries over to your 1040. And that's how you file taxes. Now, if you're a corporation, then you're filing your taxes for your business on the 1120 form, okay? So that's just a general, I don't usually cover that in these because it's more accounting related, but that's the basics of what you need to know, all right? So do not select the entity which is a proprietorship or a partnership, because that means you are personally liable for what happens, okay? If you choose a limited liability corporation or a corporation, there are certain protections for your personal liability, all right? And see, that's how Trump has all these businesses that go belly up, but his pockets stay the same, because if he defaults on the loan, they only come for the assets of the business. If you're a partnership or a proprietorship, then they're coming for your personal stuff too, okay? Okay, you need a bank account. You need a separate, dedicated business bank account. This will keep track of business finances so you can keep them separate from personal finances for tax purposes. Most vendors and lenders will require a business to have a business bank account in order to get approved. Okay, Alicia, did I answer that question? I hope I did. All righty. Okay. Licenses. Got my Kool-Aid popping. All right, licenses. What is fundability? It is being a legitimate business. So a legitimate business has their license, but the most common mistake that small business owners make is that they got their license, but they have an old address on the license. They can deny you for that and don't have to tell you why they denied you. Okay? So if your business needs the license to operate, make sure you got the license and make sure the address is listed appropriately. Okay? What is fundability? Having a website and a business address. Lenders and creditors will deny you if you do not have a website in today's society. In today's times, that's the deal. You need a website for your business. That's how lenders think. Lenders think that if you got a business and you don't have a website, they don't think you're credible. That's how they are thinking, okay? You need a website. Spend the time and money necessary to ensure that your business is professionally designed and works well. Your business needs a dedicated business email address. Make sure it has the same URL as your website. Don't use a free service such as Yahoo or Gmail, right? So this is basic information, right? So like my client Jay, right? I told you about my client Jay that has the freight company. And when I did the websites for him, I knew he's getting the email, because this is how he's going to communicate with the lenders. Okay, he's not going to communicate with the lenders through his Gmail account. The lenders want to see you do business from your business account, which means you have your email is your name at yourbusinessname.com. So you need to have a website, and with the website comes your email. All right? That's important. Okay, so, and this is how I even started in the game of business credit, is by doing these websites, right? So my websites are built for small business. It's like an all-inclusive type of situation. So with my websites, you get domain registration, 12 months web hosting, website design, monthly updates, unlimited emails, expert customer support, and internet consultation. So everything you need to have a website. And if you do this with a company like GoDaddy or something like that, they will a la carte you for each product, right? So you'll get your domain registration, then you'll buy your hosting, and then they'll tax you on some money so you can use their website builder. And then when you need to communicate and you want one email address, they're gonna charge you $70 for the year, okay? So mine are all inclusive. We give you unlimited emails, okay? And you can schedule a free business credit consultation if you want to talk about getting your website up and running, okay? What is fundability? Business credit reports, okay? You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. The business credit reports is the blueprint for tracking your trade lines, okay? This is the most popular business, okay. The most popular business credit reporting agencies are Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, and the FICO SBSS. Now, the FICO SBSS really is only for when you're applying for an SBA loan, okay? So for all practical purposes, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax are the three major business credit reporting agencies in which you need to get a report from each one of those three, okay? And you can find out whether or not your company has a report already by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/reports. And you will see these icons for Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. And those icons on the website are linked directly to the respective websites, okay, where you can put your name and address in. And if your company has a record on file already, it'll come up, your name and the address, and it'll indicate whether or not you have trade lines or not, okay? All right. Other business data agencies. In addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue credit reports, there are other business data agencies that affect those reports indirectly. LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. These two agencies gather data from a variety of sources, including public records, okay? This means that they could even access, they have access to information relating to automobile accidents, liens, and more stuff, okay? While you may not be able to access or change the data that agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they receive is positive. Enough positive information can help counteract any negative information from the past. In addition to the EIN, there are identifying numbers that go along with the business credit, with your business credit reports. When considering what fundability is, you need to be aware that these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian bin, okay? The Experian bin is assigned. On contrary, Dun & Bradstreet has what they call a DUNS number, okay, which you have to apply for. The DUNS number, who asked who the DUNS number is? Alicia. A DUNS number is an identifying number for your business directly related to your address, okay? Having a DUNS number is required to build business credit. And just so you know, Dun & Bradstreet is the largest business reporting agency that there is, by far, okay? By far, it's the largest, okay? So you can't build business credit without a DUNS number, okay? So you have to apply for the DUNS number, okay? And yes, it is. The DUNS number is free, all right? But the thing you need to know is that Dun & Bradstreet, they got this sales team that will convince you that you have to buy something to get this DUNS number, okay? This DUNS number is absolutely free. So don't let them get you to buy something, all right? Now, I'm also saying that they have good products that they do sell, right? But the bad side of the products that they sell is that they only apply to Dun & Bradstreet. They do not apply to Experian or Equifax. But if you follow my strategy, then I'm gonna show you how to build business credit for all three of the business credit reporting agencies and not just Dun & Bradstreet, okay? All right. Your credit history has everything to do with everything related to your credit score, which is a huge factor in the fundability of your business. Your credit history consists of a number of things, including how many accounts are reporting, how long you've had each account, what type of account they are, how much credit are you using on each account versus how much is available. They call that utilization. Are you making your payments on these accounts consistently on time? Okay, and the more accounts you have reporting on time payments, the stronger your credit score will be. Okay, and and that's for personal credit, right? So you can get funding just having business credit alone. You have badass personal credit and still get funding if you build business credit, right? But if you have business credit and you have good personal credit, then you are more fundable. There are more options to get access to funding, okay? So that's why I bring up personal credit. It makes you more fundable. Align your business information correctly. This is a problem because a ton of applications are turned down each year due to fraud concerns simply because things do not match up, okay? So you have to make sure your exact business legal name is used. You have your business address spelled correctly, no abbreviations, and even your business name, there's no abbreviations. You have to spell it exactly how it comes on your certificate from the Secretary of State, okay? You have to have your business phone number local number listed with National 411 directory. Okay. Addresses, the address at the IRS for your EIN number has to be the same address that's on your certificate from the Secretary of State. Okay. The key to this piece of business fundability is to monitor your credit reports frequently. When it comes to business credit reports, you can monitor through the reporting agencies directly, or if you're building credit with one of my programs, then we provide you all 3 reports for $25 a month. If you do this on your own, these companies will charge you about $100 per month for these reports. Okay, so we save you money there. Okay, both your personal and your business tax returns need to be in order. Okay, not only that, but you need to be paying your taxes, both your business and personal. Business financials. A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Having financial statements on demand lends credits to the legitimacy of your business. So a fundable business has financial statements on deck, all right? And I can do financial statements. I'm an accountant, so I do financial statements. I do taxes, and all the other documents that you need. Slide them right in there. All right. Your personal tax returns. Often tax returns for the previous 3 years will suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. This is the bare minimum you will need. Other information lenders may ask for include check stubs, bank statements, among other things. Okay. The bureaus, okay? There are several other bureaus, other agencies that hold information related to your personal finances that you need to know about. You know, you got the FICO score, right? You also got check systems, right? Where if you wrote a bad check, then they put that check on the check systems. And all that stuff is pertinent information to fundability, okay? If you've ever been convicted of a crime, it can show up, okay? Do you have a bankruptcy or a short sale? All this stuff will play into the fundability of your business, okay? Now, you can have some bad marks and stuff. It just lessens your fundability. We're talking about the total fundability of your business, okay? I'm gonna skip over this part. Okay, so this is a chart that labels all of the factors that affect your business fundability, okay? Like I said, see on the left-hand side, you have your credibility, right? And that includes like what industry you're in, your business name, your business address, your business 411 listing, and all this stuff down to your website, your email, your business license, all that stuff. And on the right-hand side, you have your application process, your financial statements, and your business credit reports. All of these things lend into the fundability of your business. So I'm going to stop right now to see if anybody has any questions on any of the things we've talked about. Anybody got any questions? You can type in the chat box or you can open up your mic. We'll take this time to do that. Okay, y'all a quiet bunch. Now know that I only answer questions during these webinars once a week, okay? So y'all got total access and you can ask me any questions you want. all right? So don't let the time pass and all of a sudden, oh, I just should have asked that question. All right, so I'm open like that. So you can ask me what's up, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna move forward. Okay. All right. Now, so far we have covered credibility and fundability, right? How to make your business credible, name, address, all that stuff, right? And we talked about your business credit reports and how important it is to have your business credit reports, right? So that was step 1 and step 2. Now we're gonna go to step 3, which is vendor accounts, also known as net 30 accounts, okay? Net 30 accounts. So now this step in the process is not so simple because now we have to find vendors that will give you credit when you have no credit, and also they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. First off, not that many companies are going to give you credit when you have no credit. And 2, not that many companies even report to the business credit reporting agency. Only 10% of all businesses report to the business credit reporting agencies. So it's not that easy trying to find these companies. Here we got a question from Alicia. All right, Alicia, getting all these questions in. I ain't mad at you now. All right. Okay. If you have quirky business and what? If you have quirky business and business name, is that something that will be a mark against you? Quirky. I don't know what you're talking about. You coming out left field, Alicia. If you got a mic, you can open up the mic.
Can you hear me?
I want to get this right for you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can hear you. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I have a business with cats, and it's called Assassin Kitty Cattery because of our cats are so cute they kill. Is that name going to hurt me?
It's what, you take care of cats?
No, we breed and sell cats, and we do some like spay, neuter, rescue, education stuff. We're also gonna start like parties once the apocalypse is over. You know, kitten parties for little girls, because nothing is better than a room full of cats and children.
Okay, that's a good question. And there are some industries that lenders consider to be high risk. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure. Mine is not necessarily the one. That's
right. No, you're not high risk, so it's not going to do bad for you. Mm-hmm. But on my blog, there's a complete list. There's an article on restricted industries or high risk industries. All right. So, just double check that list on my blog, which is businesscreditbuilder.us/blog. BLOG.
Thank you for answering my question.
Cool. All right, we got that. Bam. Okay. So now we're on step 3 and we're dealing with vendor accounts, right? So what we're gonna do is start our business credit profile with vendor accounts, also known as net 30 accounts, which means that we'll find vendors that will give us a little bit of credit. And when we buy something on credit, we are required to pay the full balance in 30 days. Okay? A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is, with small amounts of credit. A business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. Okay? And I told you about both of these, right? That we definitely need these to get business credit. These are one of the first things that they check in order to approve your application, okay? Here is a vendor who will approve you for initial credit even if you have none now, okay? Strategic Network Solutions. This company I use every single time first. I always use them first because it's an easy trade line to get, all right? It's easy to create your business credit profile with this vendor, okay? And at Strategic Network Solutions, they will give you $1,000 in credit, okay, off the rip. And that means right away, in case you don't know that, if you don't know what that means. All right. But so when I got my account with Strategic Network Solutions, I found out that they only provide digital products for net 30 terms. Okay. So I looked at their digital products, and the one that stuck out for me was the web root, which was a virus protection plan, right? A virus protection software. So when I got my account, I downloaded the software on my computer, and then 2 weeks later, I made the payment. And when you get these items, you have to spend at least $50 in order for the vendors to report, okay? $50, right? So I got my account, I downloaded the software. 2 weeks later, I paid the bill, boom, that's a trade line. You don't have to deal with them anymore. That's one trade line that's gonna hit your credit report, no doubt. And that's the idea right now, is that you have to get these net 30 accounts on your credit report. And you have to build up these trade lines. So you have to think. These vendors, a lot of them do not sell things that we normally buy. This is what I call the hidden hurdles. So they don't sell stuff we normally buy. And building business credit is buying stuff and having them report your purchase, your payment to the business credit reporting agencies. So you have to think, all right, that you have to adjust your spending patterns at home and at your business so that you can make some purchases that are going to help your business credit. So, and this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing, is the thinking process. And if you can get over that thinking, that you have to think, then you'll be good. And some people, they figure out that they have to do some thinking. They be like, I ain't trying to think that hard, yo. I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you. But if you know ahead of time that you're gonna have to think and adjust your spending to figure out, how am I gonna get this trade line? Because you know they're gonna throw a hurdle at you, okay? They're gonna throw a hurdle at you, all right? You just gotta know that I gotta think to get, I gotta think to figure out which is the best way to do this, okay? So it's not that hard, but you gotta know that you gotta think, right? All right, so you can go to my website, businesscreditbuilder.us, and you can get this account for Strategic Network Solutions. And there is a affiliate code on there that you can use, okay? So make sure you use the affiliate code. There's also another business on that page called, it's called Summa Office Supplies. Summa Office Supplies. It's on that page. Vendors, okay? That's another vendor. They're owned by the same people, and they both are really good at helping you build your business credit. You can use them as a reference as well, and you can call them back and get your credit limit increased, okay? Always apply without using your social. Some vendors will request it, and some will even tell you on the phone that they need to have it, but first submit without it, okay? When your first Net 30 account reports your trade line to Dun & Bradstreet, the Dun system will automatically, no, they won't automatically. I have to change that. I keep forgetting to change that. But what you need to know is that there's the DUNS number, which you have to apply for. And on these applications, if they ask you for your DUNS number, you put your DUNS number in that place. And also you need to know that at Dun & Bradstreet, there's also another number, which is called the pay debt score. The pay debt score is the score that the creditors look at to determine your credit worthiness. Dun & Bradstreet will not give you a pay debt score unless 3 vendors have reported to your credit profile. Okay, so that's important information to know, that they will not give you a pay debt score until 3 vendors have reported transactions to Dun & Bradstreet. Okay. All right. Pay your Net 30 vendor accounts in full and on time. You must be patient and allow time for the vendors' reporting cycles to get into the reporting systems. It typically takes 3 cycles of Net 30 accounts to report, which means it'll take you about 90 days to get your credit profile created. Usually it doesn't take, you can't rush this. Sometimes you have to wait for the agencies to receive it, the report, and put it on your credit report. All right. So 90 days is as long, it could take you 90 days to do it. It's most likely won't take you less than 90 days. Okay. Some vendors require an initial prepayment order before they approve your business for terms. You need to have a total of at least 5 Net 30 pay accounts reporting. That's the goal right now. All right, 5 Net 30 accounts. That's why I got this car. You see the car? The car got the number 5 on it. You see the car got the smoke, right? You peep that move, right? The car got the smoke. But check out his face. His face is like, yo, I got credit. We rolling, all right? So that's how we do it, all right? This is the 3rd step, the vendor accounts. Any questions about vendor accounts at this moment before we go to the next step? No questions? All right now. Okay. Step 4, revolving accounts. Okay. After 5 trade lines are established, using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. They give you the minimum amount to pay, just like a credit card, right? Okay. Most stores will not approve. Most stores will not approve a business for business credit unless the owner has an established credit profile and score. Just like in the consumer world, vendor accounts must be used first to establish a profile and score. Then store credit can be obtained. It usually takes about 90 days or less to establish a score and profile with trade lines. Okay, so 3 months, you do those net 30s. When you got 5 net 30 accounts reporting to your business credit reports, then you can start applying for revolving accounts. Okay. Most major stores do offer business credit, but they don't advertise. Okay. So Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, and there's a whole bunch more. Okay. These are revolving accounts. You can't just go straight to these accounts. You need the net 30 accounts before you can even apply for these. Okay. These you need to have credit. And how you start your credit profile is with those net 30s. That's why I say building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. No skipping steps. Store revolving credit must be obtained before the business owner starts getting Visa, MasterCard, Amex types cards. Okay? So now you need 10 trade lines to apply for business credit cards. And if you do this on your own, and when you have 10 trade lines on your credit report, if you go start searching around for business credit cards, there's going to be a whole bunch of them that come up. But when you ask them who they report to and they say TransUnion, that's not the business credit card I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about business credit reports, business credit cards that report to the business credit reporting agencies. Those are hard to find. Okay. Once 10 total accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, Amex type credit. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit accounts on the business report. Try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a $10,000 high limit. Alicia has another question. Is this after the 90 days of the net 30s? The revolvings is after you have 5 net 30 accounts. Okay. So the first thing is to get those 5 net 30 accounts reporting on your business credit report. And then you can start applying for revolving type of credit cards. Okay. And then once you got 10 total trade lines on your credit report, then you can apply for MasterCard business credit cards. Okay. Did I answer that, Alicia? It is essential to keep using the credit. Keep applying for more and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months. All right, but that, Alicia. Okay, so people ask me all the time, well, how long does it take to build business credit? For everybody, it's different because it's all about going to make a purchase, right? So everybody does that differently. In my system, if you do it and you're diligent, then it could take 12 months. All right. Now, I don't want people to think that business credit is something that we could just go run and go get some money. It's not for that. All right. I want to be straight with you about that. This is not, we're going to go run and go get some money. Business credit is so that when your business needs access to funding, and all businesses run into situations, then you have access to go get some money. Okay? That's how you use business credit. Or you can plan and plot how you build your business credit and then, be able to make a move. But it's not a situation where we're just gonna go run and go get some money. Okay? It takes time to build up business credit, about 12 months. Okay? No skipping steps, 10 trade lines, high limit of 10,000. Cash business credit accounts will match your highest credit limits reported on your credit profile, MasterCard, Visa, Amex. And when you got business credit, you can apply for loans and credit lines. Okay? We're gonna skip over that. Okay, so any questions so far? This is a quiet webinar here, except for Alicia. Alicia been getting it in. All right, Alicia been getting it in. All right, here goes 3 ways to get funding that your bank won't tell you about. Okay, Miriam got a question. Miss Hubbard. Okay, did the rules change over time? I'm just wondering how many of those companies in the past burst during the real estate crisis, where they were just using credit to survive. Well, everything changes over time. Nothing stays the same. There's a song, right, that says that, right? But I'm not sure what the real question is. I know that every vendor, they change their qualifications to get approved. So like the list of vendors I have now is different from the list of vendors I had a year ago. Okay. But if you could clarify that, I'd be willing to answer that better.
No,
Go
no.
ahead. Mm-hmm.
This is Cynthia. I have a quick question. I just want to confirm the trade line. So when you say it's 5, does that mean that if you say you have one vendor and you pay 5 times for the net 30, is that 5 trade lines then, or you need 5 different vendors?
5 different vendors.
Okay.
Okay. So that one vendor is one trade line.
Okay,
And
got it.
when you make more purchases at this one vendor, they call that experiences.
Okay.
Okay. So you need 5 vendors. Okay. Okay, Miriam, what did she say? It just seems too easy in the past to get business credit. Oh, I've been doing this about 3 years. And so I don't know beyond that how easy it was to build business credit. But I don't think it's changed that much. This is the process to build business credit. This is the real process to build business credit. Now, there are shortcuts, but I don't teach the shortcuts. Okay? The shortcuts are not good for the long term. I teach you the real way to build business credit. One trade line at a time. Or you could get groups of, you get more vendors, so, you could apply for 3 to 4, at a time. But this is how you build business credit for real. There are shortcuts, but I don't show you how to do that because that's not gonna do you good in the long run, okay? That's the shortcuts are for those people that wanna, they just trying to get a quick lick. And I got a whole story about the quick lick, all right? So I'm gonna show you the quick lick, all right? I'm gonna show you a real good quick lick, all right? But I don't teach it, all right? Okay.
No, one more question before you go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when the bank gives you a line of credit, what does that mean as far as building credit?
That means the same thing as any other vendor, right?
Okay.
Well, one thing, you got to have credit. You got to have 10 or more trade lines to even be qualified for a credit line with the bank, okay? Because you got to show them that you're low risk. And how you do that is have 10 trade lines on your credit report saying that you paid on time.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what this whole business credit is about. It's about looking like you can pay a bill. So you got on your credit report, you got 10 or more. The more vendors you have, the better. So you got 10 or more trade lines on your credit report, and they are all paying on time, and you have total control over that. You look like, to a vendor or a creditor, it looks like you can pay a bill now. Okay, that's all this is about. Now, see, some vendors will say, okay, you look like you can pay a bill, I'm gonna put you down, right? They're gonna approve the loan or whatever it is, right? But then there's also vendors that'll look at your good business credit report and say, you know what, you got good business credit, but we still need some personal credit guarantee on it.
Okay.
Every vendor is different. So you just keep shopping around for the one that likes your 10 trade lines or more. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like a shopping thing, who's gonna put me on with what I got? Or if I got good business credit and I got good personal credit, then now it's going to be a little easier to get that approval. You see?
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any questions before we go on? We good? Okay. 3 ways you can get funding that your bank won't tell you about. And I'm going to tell you this because, well, one, you may qualify or you may not qualify for this, right? But I'm telling you this so that you can understand the thought process about how getting funding is.
No, mommy. Mommy.
Hey, mommy. All right. Okay. And I'm going to go through these quick because we're running out of time. All right. Let's go through this pretty quick. Cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. All right, I'm gonna just give you the rundown off of the top of my head. Cash flow financing is really popular. It's for businesses that are already in existence, okay? Because every business runs into situations, right? It might be they need to make their payroll this weekend. They might need to replace a broke down piece of equipment that they need to get fixed like right now, right? So a lot of businesses use cash flow financing. To qualify, you need $10,000 in deposits each month into your bank account. You don't need to have business credit. You just show them your bank statements and you qualify, basically just like that. And this is high risk, so it's not for everybody, all right? It's high risk, so their interest is a little higher than normal, but It's for businesses that are in situations. If you got $10,000 in deposits per month, you're going to qualify for that. Okay. There's also collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you're borrowing. Some types of collateral include accounts receivable and purchase orders. Accounts receivable is also known as factoring. Okay. So my freight company, my client I talked to you about named Jay. Jay uses factoring to fund his freight business. Okay. So what he does is he got a truck, the truck makes a delivery, and they invoice for that delivery. But it takes them about 30 days to get the money for that invoice. So with factoring, it takes them 24 hours to get the money. Okay, 24 hours, that's factoring. So it's not for every business. It's for those that can batch their invoices together and sell them, right? So they get like 80 or 90% of whatever the invoice is. And then once the client pays the invoice, then they get the rest. Okay, that's how that works. Purchase orders is like government contracts. So if you have a government contract, that's just like straight cash. You walk into the right lender with your government contract and be like, yo, I need a loan to get this vehicle or this piece of equipment or whatever it is I need to satisfy this contract. And they're going to give you the money. You don't even need credit because they know government contracts are straight cash money. They know that bill going to get paid. All right. There's also money for investments you might have, stocks, bonds, 401ks. Revenue lending is similar to cash flow lending. There's also lending situations if you have inventory or equipment that's worth over $100,000. You can get funding on that equipment. So if grandpa got a tractor, then you can get a loan on that tractor. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. Insurance agents, they have what they call a book of business, and that's their list of clients. So if you're an insurance agent, you can get a loan just because you have a book of business. Okay. Here goes another one, unsecured credit. Unsecured credit, we also call this our hybrid product, all right? This is personal credit-based financing is a great way to get money for your business. Basically, this is the deal. If you have good personal credit, you can qualify for up to $150,000 on 5 different credit cards. So you get approved based on your personal credit, and these cards that you get report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay, all you need to have is a 685 or better. 685 personal credit score, and you qualify. Boom, just like that. What they do is look at your personal credit, and they'll look at your trade lines on your personal credit, and they will match your highest limit, right? So for instance, if you have a Home Depot on your personal and the limit is $30,000, then they will give you 5 credit cards with $30,000 on them a piece. 5 credit cards. And all of these 5 credit cards will report to your business credit reporting agencies. Okay? Which means, check this out, which means you can skip the net 30s because this is 5 trade lines for you. But I tell my clients to get the 5 credit cards, then you get your 5 net 30 accounts. and you pay these 5 net 30 accounts with the 5 business credit cards. And that way you get up to 10 trade lines real fast. Okay, that's an advanced strategy right there. Okay, and we also have access to private money. So we have people and companies that are just sitting on stacks of money. They're looking for the right idea. Okay. There's venture capital and equity financing. This is like the Shark Tank guys, where they look for a business that they think is profitable, and they give the business money, but they want a piece of the business. Okay. Then you have crowdfunding. We have this one particular situation where, you get crowdfunding funds for people that sell items on Amazon. Okay, so this is an example of the many different types of funding situations and programs that help businesses get funding. Okay, you can even get specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. Okay, so like, remember I was telling you about my client Jay? My client Jay had the freight company, right? So remember I said that when I did the website, $250,000 hit the bank. So I found out what he was doing. Now, he never told me this stuff, and he's like really advanced at this, right? So this is what he does. He got his freight company, right? And he's going to the loan company to get an equipment loan to buy tractor trailers for his freight business, right? So he has another company set up. This other company is a truck sales company. Okay, so now the freight company gets the loan for the trucks, and then the check gets cut to the sales company, which is his own company. Okay, that's his own company right there. So he figured out how to just flip that into just a straight loan where he don't have to buy the trucks. All right, but see, he's advanced and he wouldn't even pay the bill. He just getting straight money. Okay, because with a corporation, they just come back for the assets of that business, and his name ain't on none of that stuff. So he was taking advantage of the situation. You see, and that's how I learned this. But I don't teach you how to do all that crazy stuff, right? I teach you how to build business credit the real way, using your trade lines. You see, it didn't matter to him if they was coming after that company, because he ain't even associated with the company. He just gone with the money. And he got like 4 or 5 deals on deck on the table at any given time. That's how I know business credit works. Okay, but I'll show you how to do it the real way. Okay. That's right. He got all the money. He got a loan for $250,000 to buy some tractor trailers. The check came to his own company. The check went to his own company, and he just put it in the bank. I'm like, yo, see, all of that stuff is legal, but it's not like moral, So me, I just want to go get money for my business, and so I can operate my dream. You know what I mean? So I don't teach you how to do that, but I learned that he was doing that, and that's how I know business credit works. And now I know the real way to do it. Trade lines. That's right. He was on that hustle. You see? He was on that hustle. Right. Okay. Okay, so how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place. The Business Finance Suite, Business Credit Builder. Okay. This is Brian, one of my clients. On my website, at the bottom of each page, there are video testimonials of businesses that have used my service, and they talk about how successful they were using it. Because it's a straight system. If you follow the steps, you'll be successful. If you don't follow the steps, you will not be successful, okay? Step by step. Each step is necessary for the next step. No skipping steps. You can do this, okay? This is the easiest and the fastest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. You get business credit for your business not linked to your social security number through the top selling business credit system. Let me say that again. You get business credit for your business not linked to your social security number through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. Okay, you get access to discounted business credit reports. You get a free DUNS number. You get your largest supply of starter vendors. Starter vendors are hard to find. Massive selection of revolving store credit with the underwriting guidelines. You get hard to find cash credit sources. The business credit cards, those are hard to find, okay? But you can get that within 120 days. No personal credit check or guarantee is required to build business credit, okay? You also get access to the cash flow financing, collateral-based financing, unsecured financing, private money, alternative SBAs, venture capital, okay? Okay, so when you sign up for my core package, you get a control panel of your very own for your business, okay? You go in there and it looks something like this, right? And then you go into Build My Business Credit and you get a course of content. So you go in each step. Each step will show you how to build business credit. Each step will show you how to complete this step. Each step will have a video on how to complete this step. And if you still can't figure it out, then there's a person that you can email or you can call that gives you concierge service on helping you build your business credit, okay? When you get to the point where you're building up your vendors, right? So we're gonna give you the vendors. We build business credit in tiers of vendors. There are 4 tiers of vendors, right? Each tier will give you about 15 vendors. We'll tell you, pick 3. And this is the information that we have for each vendor. This one is for a racetrack. They report to Dun & Bradstreet. Their terms is they're a revolving account. You got your telephone number, the fax number. They got a description of what they sell. And they tell you how you can qualify before you qualify. So if you're doing this on your own, and you go to a vendor and you say, well, what do I need to qualify for this account? They'll tell you, fill out this application and I'll tell you if you qualify. So we'd let you know if you're gonna qualify or not before you apply. And we're not gonna give you a vendor that you can't qualify for in each tier if you follow the tiers, okay? So for racetrack, what you need is the EIN number, a DUNS number, a pay debt score, preferred 3 years in business, you need a business entity, and you need your business phone listed with 411. I already taught you how to do all that stuff, all right? So you know, all right? And there's a button on the page that you can apply right there, okay? Okay, here goes Christine, and we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Christine, okay, that's right, Sha. That's my play cousin right there, Sha. That's my play cousin. Okay, so Christine, she's not the normal client. This is my client. She's not a normal client. She's a stay-at-home mom. She was able to get all of these approvals in 6 months, okay, without using her social. But she's not normal, okay, because she's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband is a truck driver. So she's at the house all day just doing business credit, okay? She was able to get all of these in 6 months without using her social. Sprint, 2,000, Amazon, 4,500, Tractor Supply, 5,000, Exxon, 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet, 6, BJ, 7,000, BP, 8,000, Lowe's, 10,000, Apple, 12,500, Shell, 15. This list here is over 250. Look at PNC, bank. That's a credit line. You see that? 150,000. That's a credit line, which is different than a credit loan. Okay. You get your own business credit advisor who offers concierge service for 12 months to help you build your business credit. You get your own finance officer for 5 years that helps you with, get the best financing for your business. Okay, so you're not doing this alone. You got people that's going to help you build your business credit, and you got people that has a list of hundreds of legitimate lenders to match you up with. Okay. Okay, here's a summary. I'm going to get out of here. You get your own business finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral-based, unsecured, and private money sources. It'll typically take you 18 to 24 months to do this on your own, all right? So the advantage of using my company is that we're not gonna waste time, all right? We know exactly what steps next. We know exactly what vendors to use. We know if there's an error, how to fix it. Well, first you have to identify the error, and then you have to know how to fix it. So our advisors is gonna be right on it. We're not wasting no time. That's why I say we can get you business credit within 12 months. Okay, if you do this on your own, it'll take you 18 to 24 months. Okay, I got 2 packages that I sell, helping people build their business credit and access funding. The core package is what I just described. The business credit building program is a one-on-one consultation with me. You don't get into the core package, into the control panel and the advisors and the finance team. But this package, I help you build your business credit one-on-one, and then we go look for some funding for you, okay? So you can get started today as part of this seminar and get started with a huge discount on your premier enrollment plan. It retails for $4,400. My price is only $29.95. Because you came into the webinar, you get $500 off, okay? So that means your total is $24.95. You can pay for that in one of 2 ways. You put $1,500 down and make 6 payments of $165, or you make a single payment of $22.50. That's the best value because you save $750, okay? The full service is no longer available, and the single payment option is only available if you schedule a free business credit consultation today. Okay, here goes the business credit building package. This is the personal one-on-one consultation for 1 year. Okay, 1 year, me and you, one-on-one, building your business credit. All right, this retails at $2,500. My price is only $9.95. You can pay for that in one of 2 ways. You put $400 down and make 3 payments of $195, or a single payment of $750 and you save $250. Okay. I also have ebooks, which you can find on my website, businesscreditbuilder.us/ebooks. And if you want to get started, this is how you get started. You go schedule a free business credit consultation at businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Are there any questions at this time? Also got all of these social medias that has a lot of information. So if you got any questions, you can open up your mic, type it in there. A credit line versus a credit loan. Yeah, those are two separate things, Malisha. Is this Malisha that I'm supposed to catch up with?
Yes.
Okay. So let me tell you the difference between a credit line and credit loan. Okay. A credit loan, when they give you this loan, they'll most likely ask you what you need the money for. And you would have to spend the money for that particular purpose, right? Because not all business loans just give money for just buying anything, okay? And when you get these loans, you pay interest on the total amount versus a credit line, you only pay interest off of what you use. So let's say like my client, that $150,000 credit line she had. So if she takes $50,000 of that, she's only paying interest on $50,000 and not the whole $150,000. And then when she pays money back into that, then it revolves back to 150. So if she took $50,000 out, she used it, she put $50,000 back in, now she got $150,000 still available. So it revolves like that. So that's the difference between a credit line and a credit and a business loan. How's that?
That was good.
All right. Okay. Here goes my here goes my contact information. My name, business, the website, telephone number, email, the buttons at the bottom for you can get your free business credit consultation. Malisha, just schedule another one. Free guide. You can get a free guide on how to build business credit at businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. And if you think you may qualify for any of the programs I spoke about today, you will go to /get funding. All right. And how was that? That concludes our session for today. That takes a lot out of me too. But any questions? Is everybody good? Who's this coming in here? Rico. This was great. Thank you, Shay. That's my play cousin. She comes every week. Hell yeah. Word up though. Cause like Shay, don't you learn something new every time you come, no? Thanks, Malisha.
Yes, I learned something new every week I come. I take
That's
notes. Anything that I miss, I add to my notes, and it's great. Thank you so much.
Good. All right. I appreciate that, Alicia. Appreciate that. Play cousin Shy. She always comes back. All right. And she even came to the fall series that we do. And I got another fall series due the first week of November. Any questions, anybody?
What's the fall series? Is it more detailed or different?
It's less detailed, but during the fall series, which I've already completed 3 of 4, so we got 1 more remaining, but you can find out the information about the fall series at businesscreditbuilder.us/fall series. Simple, see? You see how that go? And, you know, I don't consider myself like, you know, a public speaker. I just happen to know some information and I want to share it with my people. You know, because I know as a public speaker, I'm kind of a little rough around the edges and stuff. So, but, you know, I know what I'm talking about, you know, and I'm not going to tell you something I don't know. If I don't know it, then I'm going to let you know I don't know it, you know.
Yeah, I saw one of your YouTube videos. So I was watching you. You said you had to break out the whiteboard.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know how we do it. Yeah.
So this is good because you're just helping to encourage us to know why it's important to have the business credit, because a lot of us really
Right.
don't get the concept or understand why it's important to have it, you know.
All right. All right. Cool. Okay. All right, Alicia, I appreciate that. Yeah, and you know, a lot of people don't know about business credit because let me tell you, let me tell you the story though, right? See, there are some cultures out there that it's built in the culture for them to teach the youth how to deal with money, right? So there's a particular culture that when they get a certain age, a bar mitzvah, they have this party, right? And their family gives them a whole bunch of money. And then when it's time to use the money, they tell them how to use this money, right? See, our people, we never knew how to deal with money because they never told us, right? So my parents never knew to tell me this stuff, you see? But, you know, and my dad and my grandpa were businessmen, but they never knew about business credit, you know, they just did business, you know. But that's why we don't know. I went to Morehouse College. They never even told me to go to the Secretary of State because in the capital system that we live in, they need to have the employee. See, the capital system don't work without an employee. So they teach us how to get a job. You see, they don't teach us how to start a business. Because if you got everybody is a business owner and nobody to work, the capital system does not work like that. All right. I appreciate everybody for coming. We're going to go ahead and end this right now. That's right. They tell us how to spend. That's right. That's right. We're spenders. We're consumers and shit, right? That's right. Even without a job. No doubt. So I'm happy that I'm able to offer encouragement to people that don't know this information and teach my son and my children how to do this, you know. So I thank everybody for coming. Make sure you'll check out the social media, my YouTube. We're starting to get that banging. They jacked my Instagram, so we're starting that all over. So check out the Instagram. Make sure you follow the Instagram. I got the Twitter. I got the Facebook. We got a Facebook group that we're starting to crank up some more. So, you know, just follow and like all the stuff that applies to you. Thank y'all for coming. We do this about weekly. Next week, I'm taking off because I got to go get an operation done next week. So we're going to take that week off, but we're going to be cranking back up in November. Okay. If to find the website for the YouTube page, you go to my website, and at the top of the website, there's a YouTube link. Okay. All right, Alicia, that's what we need, no doubt. No doubt. I appreciate that. All the love. See, that's what niggas need out here. More love. You know what I'm saying? And I feel the love. I appreciate that. This one will be recorded. To the one that we're doing now will be recorded and placed on the YouTube. I appreciate y'all for coming. Thank you, Shatika. Did I just mess up your name again? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, YouTube is the spot. we're gonna get, you know, recordings up there. There's some recordings up there already. You know, there's some short ones, there's some long ones. All right. Oh, I said it perfectly. Bad. All right, I'd be hesitant to mess up people's names and stuff. You got to get the shout outs right. All right. All right. Alicia with the cats. Word. You know, when I grew up, I had a cat. My mom's had a Siamese cat in the house. And then when I got out on my own, when I was in college, I got a cat. I called him Brutus because he was all black, but his paws were white. Right. And then he had white down his nose like this, down his chest. Right. He was dope. I call him Brutus. All right, everybody. I appreciate it. Shatika. All right. Y'all talking about church in Baltimore. Oh, snap. All right. I ain't even mad at y'all. No doubt. All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and close out. I thank y'all for coming. We're going to crank the webinars back up in 2 weeks and appreciate it. No doubt. Be more in the building. Oh, I got a story about Be More. Oh, I'm not going to tell you tonight, though.
You gotta tell us.
Okay, I used to work with the Universal Circus. I was an accountant with the Universal Circus, right? And when we went to Baltimore, we was in a hotel, right? And the Africans, you know, they walked the high wire, right? And they did tricks on the high wire, right? So they was all strong dudes and they were thin, right? So the head high wire guy from Africa, right? He comes into the hotel at night and he was drunk, right? And they don't use deodorant, right? So the hotel staff thought he was homeless, right? So they was like, sir, you can't come in here. He was like, yo, I'm staying here. But he didn't have his key with him, right? And they made the mistake of trying to grab this dude, right? And they was trying to take him out of the hotel. But he was trying to explain to them, I stay here. What y'all doing, right? So long story short, this nigga fought 5 police officers and he was beating them up too because he was strong as hell. They wound up getting him down and he was biting them and everything. They got him into the paddy wagon. They went around the corner and beat that nigga down. I had to go bail that nigga out of jail. Man, that shit was crazy in Baltimore. All right, I got a story for every city, no doubt. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, no doubt.
Thank you.
Take care, y'all. Have a good night. Appreciate y'all coming. Yeah, yeah. That's how we do it. Where's the end button? I'm looking for the end button. Where'd it go? How you stop this shit? Is it over here? No. Is it over here?